Testing, testing. Okay, I don't know why. Hang on. We'll start that again. Hello, my friends, goers, and fellow poets. Welcome back to Conversing with Poets. I don't know why OBS does that every now and then. Maybe because I haven't streamed for a while. It's all plugged in, it's all set up, but suddenly it doesn't want to work. I should probably I should probably remember to just do a sound check before going live. But yes, hello, it's been a while. It's been like 2 weeks since we were live, and I've missed you guys. I've had a great week. I can't wait to tell you all about it. And I've missed you guys, so I can't wait to hear from you guys too and hear what you've been up to um for 2 weeks. Hello, Jared. Welcome back to the live stream. Hello, Nikki. Welcome to the live stream. I'm here listening in only for now. No problem. Good to see you. Hello, class. Hello, Delgal. Good stuff. Good stuff. I hope this is a fantastic start to a phenomenal week. I hope so too, Jared. I hope that for you as well. Hey Adam, sorry, only just saw your message. I'm here. No worries, Danny, no worries. All good. Good to see you. Hello, Danny and Mitch. Yeah, I feel a bit out of practice. As I say, it's been 2 weeks since we've streamed, so I feel a bit out of practice. But I wanted to tell you about my week, which is great. I want you guys to tell me about your week, which hopefully was also great. Whether you've been writing or reading or whatever, gallivanting around like I have, I want to hear about it. But if you're just joining us, I see that 7 people are watching, but only 3 people have liked the video. Come on, guys, show some love. Don't forget to hit that like button. It really does help the video. YouTubers don't say it for the sake of saying it. It really does have a purpose. So please, if you haven't hit that like button just yet, please make sure that you do. Don't be shy. Come and say hi. Let me know that you're here in the chat. Hello, Mitchell Malone. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, if you're watching, don't be shy. Say hello. We do have some housekeeping rules here. We don't talk politics and we don't talk religion, but we do talk and we do discuss. And if you have a different opinion to anyone, including myself, even though it's my channel and my stream, it's okay to have a different opinion to me. Just keep it respectful. That's what we're here to do, conversing with poets. That's what makes the live stream interesting, is different opinions. But just make sure that we keep it respectful. So what has everybody been up to while I've been away? Has anyone written any poetry? Has anyone read any new collections? What's the sitch, guys? Fill me in. Fill me in. What's the sitch? I see you have been promoted, I am Girth. Yes, I am Girth has been promoted to mod. I am Girth has been promoted to mod. Just in case you didn't make it, Danny, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I am Girth is awesome and will make an awesome mod, I'm sure. It do appear I have eyes. It do appear. I doth declare I am Girth mod. I will get into I will get into this week. I just want to hear from you guys first. I'm putting everyone in timeout. Oh no, we're gonna have to get Nightbot in. We're gonna have to call in the Nightbot. I am Girth has gone power mad already. It's been 5 minutes. And I am Girth has gone power mad. Wait, I'm curious. No, I would be very curious to know if you could put me in a timeout. That would be fun. Someone put me in a timeout. No, that's fine. I only just saw your message, saw the time, and was like, oh, shit. No, you're good. I have been super busy outside of poetry this week. Do you know what, Mitch? Obviously, I've been away for a week. I haven't been catching the news, but one of the first things I saw when I get back was you've had a bit of trouble at Chesington this week, haven't you? without going into detail, I'm sure you know exactly what I mean. It didn't happen in the park, though. Am I right? It happened on the street outside. At least that's what was reported. I was supposed to message you, but I've just been trying to readjust, um, and I haven't messaged you, so I apologize. But it didn't sound good. I apologize myself, guys, because obviously being away for a week and being involved in all the stuff. Oh, that's a spider. I did not mean to touch that. But he can chill out on my desk. I thought it was a cobweb and there was an actual spider on it. Whoops. Uh, what was I saying? Yeah, being away for so long, I naturally there's a lot that I need to kind of catch up on. So I apologize if there's a lot of spam and promoting coming your way. While I was away, the latest edition or the latest issue of the Cove magazine was published, which was good. Uh, Poco Chapmo. We need to talk about Poco Chapmo, guys, because that's coming up next week. We got a load of people signing up. So, if you do want to write a chapbook next month, uh, I'm gonna put a link in the chat right now. poetrycove.com, poetrycove.com/forum. Scroll down to Poco Chapmo. Oh, it didn't turn into a link, did it? Nice one. Poetrycove.com/forum. Scroll down to Poco Chatmo 24. It's going to be like Glopo Rimo, where we're going to just write poetry together for a whole month. That's next week. That starts next weekend. So if you want to get a chat book together, come and say hello, introduce yourself nice and early, and then we're gonna get going. Yeah, man, it was crazy. I was duty, so was kind of in charge. It was in the car park, went on to the road, then came back again. Yeah, that's not good. I'll give you a call. We'll have to talk about that because I read that was one of the first things I read when I got back. It's like, oh damn. So that's the first bit of housekeeping is Poco Chatmo. Thank you very much, Danny and Mitch, for the link. Yes, Poco Chatmo. Scroll down. There is a section in there to introduce yourself and leave a mission statement and stuff like that. And then once we kick off, we're going to do like daily prompts. There's going to be Zoom meetings. There's going to be all kinds of stuff. It is the brainchild of Mythical Meter, who you might recognize from these live streams. Um, so yeah, that's the first bit of housekeeping. The magazine is now out. Uh, for those of you who come along to my open mics, tickets are available. I haven't figured out who's the headliner just yet. I know who I want to be the headliner. I just haven't contacted them yet. So uh, keep your eyes out for that because that will be announced next week at some point, hopefully, if all goes to plan, which it never usually does. So we'll see. Sweet mate, I should have messaged you to be fair. I instantly messaged Danny when I could. My family didn't hear from me till I got home that night or the morning after. No, no, that's good, that's good, that's good. I understand. I understand. Writing poetry every day, paying more attention to my Facebook poet friend who's from your side of the world, Adam. Nice, by the name of Nathan Hassel. He's now the poet laureate of Malibu, California. Nice, fantastic. Nice. I just spent the most amazing week surrounded by American friends, and I loved it. And I'm sad that it's over, but uh, nice. Writing poetry every day. That's really nice. Well done, Jared. That's good. Hi, Jeff. Jeff is in the house. Jeff is in the house. Okay, let me tell you about the most amazing week I've just had. So some of you guys will probably know. Uh, I've been working towards the last few months, last couple of months, I've been working towards promoting passion convention, the promoting passion convention. which is run by Brooke Shaden, who is incredibly talented. Uh, and it's a yearly thing. This was the first time they were over here in the UK. Somehow, an email landed in my inbox asking me if I wanted to do a talk and workshops and just be involved in the convention altogether. The amazing thing about this convention is you don't kind of just do your talk and then disappear or do your workshop and then disappear. Like I got to be in and amongst it all and got talking to all the amazing people that were involved. And admittedly, and I said this to the people who were asking like how I was getting on and stuff. Admittedly, the Monday and the first half of Tuesday, I was kind of trying to find my feet in where a poet sort of fits in to a convention. Most people there were the most talented photographers and artists ever. Um, so I didn't really know where I fit into things, but then they did this art show, and I managed to go around and speak to most of the people, and they were so welcoming, they were so kind, they were so generous, and I really, really, I loved it so much, and now I'm kind of trying to readjust and get back into normal life, and I just miss it already. I miss it already. It's. I got back Friday afternoon, I think it was. And I've just been trying to figure out who I am now. It was, yeah, everyone there was so open, really vulnerable, and it was just super inspiring. And um, there are videos. I've asked I Am Girth to line up some links. There are videos on the week away. I think I'm allowed to share these. They're on a public YouTube channel, so I hope I'm allowed to share these. I might be about to get told off. Hopefully not. But I just wanted to ask I Am Girth to share the links just in case anybody wanted to check it out because I feel like we've got a really lovely tight knit family here on these streams, and I think you guys would fit in really, really, really well with um, PPCers. They call themselves PPCers. I'm now one of them. I've been initiated. I went for a dip in a pond. That's a whole other story that we're gonna get to, but I did go for a dip in a pond. Um, but yeah, I just thought you guys might appreciate seeing these little clips of the week that we had. And please, I did put a post on my Instagram yesterday, and again, it's just testament to how lovely everybody was. If you go to my Instagram, Adam Gary Poetry, the latest post, I was like, oh, I had a great time. And I've had so many amazing comments on that post. So please go and check out the people that are in that comment section. Um, please go and like check out their profile because they're incredibly talented, and I know you guys are so supportive of me, so please go and support them because they were really welcoming and they were really lovely to me. So please go and return that favor. Not gonna lie, it's very weird to see you hanging out with people I've known of for years. Glad it all worked out for you. Yes, yes, I had a chat with Rosie and I said, "Oh, you know Nikki? I know Nikki." And so that was one of our first. That was my opening line to Rosie, I think it was. So yeah, thank you, Nikki. It was really great, honestly, guys. Like it was so good. So as I say, please go and check out my Instagram. Go into the comment section and go and check out all the profiles of all the amazing people that have left me really heartwarming comments. At the end of the week, Friday morning, I went and sat by myself and just had a happy cry. I had a happy cry because it was just the most beautiful experience. I've taken a lot from it as well, and it's nice receiving so many messages about people embracing poetry, which is what we want as poets, right? We're growing our own family, we're growing our own poetry community. So yeah, I also went for a swim in a pond and I got stuck. Like I got stuck. It was like quicksand. And with each step further out, I got deeper. Excuse me, I got deeper and deeper into the mud and I couldn't move. I couldn't move. But it was an experience and I'm officially initiated as a PPCer. So yeah, it was really, really great. I did hope to write my next chapbook whilst I was there. You got sludged. I got sludged and then some. Like it was almost up to my belly button, the mud. And like I could barely even twist. Like that's about as much as I could do. So I couldn't really provide many poses for the photographers. So I feel bad, but hopefully some good stuff came from it regardless. If not, amazing memories. And I lost a shoe. Somebody lent me their shoes because I had no idea until that morning. I hadn't even finished my morning coffee yet, I don't think, at breakfast. And then I was going for a swim in the pond. So I had no no like pond clothes, if that's a thing. I didn't have pond clothes. I didn't have any shoes that I wanted to go in there. So someone lent me their shoe and I was so stuck that unfortunately the left shoe is still at the bottom of that pond and will be if it preserves well, it will be there for decades, if not longer. So Promoting Passion 2024 will be part of Kiel University for decades. Thank you so much for that heart. It'll be good practice for when they have a difficult subject. Thank you so much for them hearts. Wow, look at that coming in. Thank you, guys. It'll be good practice for when they have a difficult subject. I'm not sure what that's about. I was talking too much. Sorry, Nikki, I forgot what I said. You need waders next time, like firemen etc. have. Yeah, yeah, and I hope there will be a next time because now I'm pond boy. The not being able to move. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Got you. Yeah. Hey, Matt Wall's in the chat. M- m- Mangandang. I don't know what that is, but hello, Matt. Morning, all, and I look forward to your poem, Adam. Morning, your lost shoe. The ghosts of footwear past that haunt us all. You know, the problem is it's not even my shoe. That's the worst thing. It was somebody else's shoe. So I'm going to have to write a poem about the shoe and hopefully somehow mail it and hope that it is received in a good light and not in a why are they sending me what first they lose my shoe and now they're writing a poem about it, are they rubbing it in my face? We have a Matt Spam in the chat. Where is Nightbot when you need him? Mattbot, there it is. There it is. The Bard of Losing Shoes. Yeah. Well, actually, I met two. Uh, I met so many amazing people, but two people that really kind of took me under their wing and looked after me. And again, please go and check them out. Was Gillian and Sarah, and I think the first conversation I had with Gillian, I gave myself the moniker of the Bard of Passion. And I hope Gillian doesn't mind me saying this, but Gillian told me later on that she didn't understand at first that the passion part came because the conference is called uh, uh, Promoting Passion. So I think she thought I was just well up myself, calling myself the Bard of Passion. Those were great picks, Adam. Yeah, yeah, there's some really good stuff. I think there's more being shared on a Facebook group, but I deleted my Facebook, so I'm not getting to see them. But hopefully they make their way. Hopefully they make their way to me, and I can repost them. But yeah, I went for a swim in the pond. It was very reminiscent of Lady of Shalott, and I was there for it. I just couldn't move. I did hope that I would write some more poetry while I was there, but it was so sort of, as I say, it was one of these conferences where the speakers could really get involved, and I was really happy to get involved. So I didn't write while I was there, but I have certainly returned feeling inspired and creative, and so hopefully there will be some poems very, very soon. I'm going to quickly also on Instagram. I just told you about Gillian and Sarah, so I'm going to put their Instagrams in the chat. Please go and show them some love because, as I say, they really took me under their wing and looked after me. So, also they're crazy talented. Again, I'm convinced that I'm convinced that the email landed in the wrong inbox. I don't know what I was doing there, but I'm so blessed and grateful that I was because everyone there was just ridiculously talented. So that's Gillian's Instagram, and then this is Sarah's. But as I say, just go to my Instagram, go to the comment section of my latest post, and just be amazing to everyone that's been amazing to me, please. I think it might have been the same pond where Kirsty Mitchell shot some of her Wonderland series, so you'd be in good company. Okay, awesome, awesome. I'll have to look that up. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, it's just been the most amazing week. And now I need to figure out how to get back to regular life. I need to get back to regular life. Well, I don't want to. Why do I have to? I don't want to. I refuse to. That would be nice. That'd be nice if I could do that, right? Mm. Boop, 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 boop. Doo-doo-doo-doo. The trick is to avoid the depressive slump that can come after a great experience like that. Yeah, that's what I've been trying. That's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to figure out whether I want to work or don't want to work. Uh, it's kind of nice. You guys know I'm constantly like this, doing this, doing that, and it's been nice to break that. And I kind of don't want to go back into doing that, but at the same time, um, I kind of want to distract myself as well. I might go to London tomorrow. I'm desperate to. I'm so glad that it's I don't know. I guess it's a happy coincidence. Maybe they planned it. I don't know, but I'm glad that tomorrow's a bank holiday, so it just gives me that one extra day to just catch my breath and get back into things. I want to go and do something in London, maybe. So we'll see. Maybe I'll go up London and do some writing somewhere. We'll see. We'll see. By the way, some of the people at PPC have, after the fact, been so lovely and have purchased um some copies of the early hours. So if there is anyone here that wanted to get a author version, an author signed version, all the ones on my website are signed. Um, there's the last three left, I think it is. So now's the time to do that. Thank you so much, I am Gov, hitting us up with those links. I appreciate that. So that's Gillian and Sarah. We also did on the last night, I did write a poem while I was there, actually. I did write a poem whilst I was there. And nothing amazing. But we did this really fun thing where um, it's like I can't remember what they called it now. They gave it a name, tunnel or something. I'm not sure. But basically, me, Gillian, and Sarah had to leave the room, and then the folks kind of come up with a prompt for Gillian. Gillian went in, me and Sarah stayed outside. They gave a prompt to Gillian. I'd love to know what the prompt actually was. But essentially, they gave a prompt to Gillian. Gillian would then draw an illustration. Then I came in and had to write a poem based on Gillian's illustration, which was Paddington Bear on fire. um, so then I had to write a poem about this picture, and then I would finish, and Sarah would come in and do like a mixed multimedia photograph thing, and it was really really fun. So I did write a poem on that, which was we had 7 minutes. I think it was 7 minutes. We each had 7 minutes to do our individual uh, task, if that's the right word, which was fun. And I still have it on my notes. I'll quickly read it to you. Okay. Paddington Bear stood alone and stared as the world around him crumbled ablaze. He held out his hand, but nobody was there. Frozen in place, he couldn't break the haze. His raincoat and hat, his cherished fashion, he took the leap at promoting passion. So that was my little poem, which was fun. I almost, you guys know exactly what I'm like. I almost snaps, yes. You guys know exactly what I'm like. I'm awkward and I fumble. And somehow I was typing away. I turned to Brooke to say something and I looked back and it was like, are you sure you want to erase this? And I almost deleted the whole thing, which would have been true Adam Gary fashion. Hello all, sorry I can't stay. Have guests over. Welcome home, Adam. Hugs to all. Thank you so much, Tanya. Good to see you. Have a good Sunday with your friends. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Good to see you nip in, Tanya. So yeah, it was just the most amazing experience. Sounds like you had an amazing week. So pleased as you were so stressed every Sunday on here. Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to put negativity out into the world. I have come back a changed man. I'm not going to say that I will probably be stressed this time next week. I'm not going to say it, guys. It's just not going to happen. I'm not going to say it. Hi, Adam. Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Hello, Dazzle in the Dark. I started writing a poem at your open mic we attended a little while ago. Did I show you it? Uh, did you? I can't remember. I don't think you did. I don't think you did. Either way, feel free to share it on in the chat if there's enough characters. You're only allowed 200 characters and no line breaks, which is rather stressful for us poets because we like our line breaks. No, it's banned. It's a band. Is there a band? You can't be stressed this time next week. It's the start of Poco Chatmo. You already said it. Yeah, I know. I know a poet. But I'm not going to say it again. I'm not going to say that I'm going to be stressed this time next week. I'm not going to say it again. It's not going to happen. You can't be stressed this time next week. It's the start of Poco Chatmo. It is, yes. I have already mentioned it, but we got a few more people in the stream. Don't forget, we're starting Poco Chatmo next week. I believe this time next week. It's the first next Sunday, right? So we will have launched Poco Chatmo. So if you want to write a if you want to write a poetry chat book, either your first one or your next one, come and join us. thepoetrycove.com/forum. Scroll down to Poco Chatmo 24. You said it again. I said it again. Okay, well, I'm not going to say that this time next week I'll be stressed. I'm not going to say it a third time. It's not going to happen. No, I'm going to be a good boy. I'm not going to overload myself. There was a talk. So at this convention, they have like a community talk as well, and three people did a talk about things they're very um that mean a lot to them. And one of them was very confronting for me about work. And yeah, I have to come back. It confronted me and I have to think it over, and I'm going to be a good boy and I'm going to try and overload, not Freudian slip. I'm going to try not to overload myself um as much as I usually do. Every time you say that, you're saying it again. Ah, I guess I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm definitely not going to say it a fourth time. I'm just having some fun. I'll send it to you one sec. Yeah, please do. Please do. Change looks good on you, man. Thank you. Thank you. I do feel a changed man. I feel refreshed. I feel, I just feel renewed, and it's great. Okay, Mitchell has sent me a poem that he wrote at my last open mic. Room full of listeners and poets. Staines is where this one is. Different places every month, but still the same fun. People come from all around, so that kind of shows it's a great way to bring people together. New and veterans, young and old, all sorts of different stories being told. A room full of listeners and poets. Nice refrain there. Mitchell Malone used a refrain in his poem. Sat here taking it all in, listening, laughing, cheering. A room full of poets and listeners. Another refrain. Good stuff. Thank you so much, Mitchell. There you go. And yeah, that's one of the things I need to do, but I'm not going to stress about it. I need to figure out September's headliner. Snapped. Oh, thank you, thank you. So that's the link to the Poetry Cove forum if you want to take part in Poco Chatmo. I Am Girth has just put it in the chat right there. Wow, I Am Girth got promoted to mod and is just killing it. Thank you. So, so that's our story time. That's our little catch up. Is there anything that you folks want to talk about? Are there any questions you might have about the conference? God, I've forgotten how to talk. Um, Danny has been demoted? No, definitely not. Definitely not. Absolutely not. There's no demotion here. No demotion. Yeah, do you guys have any questions? Uh, maybe on the week I've just had on promoting Passion Conference, or do you have any topics that you want to talk about regarding poetry? Uh, there's no mod like Danny. There's no mod like Danny. Exactly. I think Danny was an OG mod, right? I think Danny was our first mod, no? Or maybe it was Jeff. Or did I make you guys mods at the same time? I can't remember because we had that weird evening where just one person was being inappropriate, I guess. Mitchell, I don't promote violence, but remember who you. Oh no, domestic. We've got a domestic here in the chat. I'm gonna have to bring in Nightbot. Don't make me bring in Nightbot to police the mods. How do you get back into writing if you're having a hard time doing it? Good question. Good question. And I'd like to know what. Don't forget, guys. Please do feel encouraged to contribute your own opinions to this as well. It's not just me. So, poets in the chat, answer this question as well. But how do you get back into writing if you're having a hard time doing it? The worst thing you can do, I'll be honest with you, the worst thing you can do is beat yourself up about it and put pressure on on yourself. Do not put pressure on yourself because that's only going to make things worse. I always talk about the subconscious and manifestation. I believe in it. One of the things that I do when I'm in a good mood, not when I'm in a bad mood, but when I'm in a good mood, before I go to bed, I'm like, okay, I need an idea for a poem, or I need this problem solved. When I wake up, brain, please, give it to me, give me the answer, and then go to sleep. And your subconscious will work on that, and then you wake up and you'll have an idea. If you've ever heard of shower thoughts, it's the same concept, the subconscious. By not focusing on it, you allow your subconscious to be working away at it, and then suddenly, boom, you'll have it. Go for walks. It's the same principle. It's all about the subconscious. Don't put pressure on yourself. Just go, just ask yourself or say to yourself, I need an idea for a poem, and then just go about your day-to-day life. That's interesting. And then go about your day-to-day life, and it will come to you. I use poetry games, little novelties that help inspire me. Yep, there are poetry games to do. Paint chip poetry on Amazon. Go get it. Excuse me. Oh, we're back to yawning. I don't think that was one of the things I was so worried about when doing like my workshops and stuff, because you guys know how much I yawn on stream. I was like, please don't yawn in front of these people. They will absolutely hate you. Um, and I didn't. Thankfully, I didn't. But yeah, paint chip poetry is a good one. Poetry magnets is another one. Poetry cubes is another one. Um, watching watching biopics and reading biographies. I find, yes, Mark, I find that helps me a lot too. It's inspiring. Watch some documentaries on poets. Watch some biopics on poets. Read some biographies. That helps. It inspires. It inspires me as well doing that. That's a good point. I was made mod a week or two after Danny. Okay, so we got Danny, who is the OG, and Jeff quickly follows. Thanks for backing me, by the way. I am Gerf. I'm the one and only OG. Writing for fun rather than work. You can do writing prompts, etc., to get the muscles back in the game. Also, reading, listening, watching things that you find inspiring also helps. Thank you, Nikki. That's a great point. Yeah, writing for fun is also another thing. It's not exactly that I'm stuck. I have ideas, but I've been really anxious about it. And this is why I say don't put pressure on yourself, because you could end up like mm, blocking yourself more, and doing more damage than good. Um, just accept where you are right now. Maybe just start making little notes. If you've got the ideas, maybe just start making little notes, or start with a line here, a line there, a stanza here, a stanza there. Uh, you know, rather than putting the pressure on yourself to write a whole poem. I got to sit down and write a whole poem. If it's giving you anxiety, just take a breath. Just take a breath. Just chill, and don't panic. And don't panic. That's the main thing. Honestly, I have struggled to get back into poetry. I've written one since getting back into it and haven't felt the motivation to write since. Here we go again. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. Uh, Again, and that's okay. And that's okay. I feel you. I understand. I am not writing nearly enough as I should be. Um, Especially with the laureateship, I should be writing a whole lot more than I am. But at the same time, it's not like I'm not doing anything. Um, so we just got to accept where we are, accept where we're not, and that's okay. And also tell our subconscious to fix up, look sharp. The most common advice is simply to write and not think too much about it. It doesn't have to be anything. It's just reintroducing the habit of writing and acting on thoughts and inspiration. Yeah, and if you've got an idea, I don't know. Are you one for like free verse? If you've got an idea, just let it flow. And you don't have to like what we don't have to like everything we write. Um, but if we just give ourselves the permission to just write something. What's good, Duck? If we give ourselves the permission to just write something, then we might find that there's a line in there that we really like that could become a title or become the prompt of another poem. But it's just about writing, I guess. And uh I there's a great thing that I learned in acting, and it's so great that I always forget it. But it's something like you got to clear the pipes. If you've got a tap water, right, that hasn't been used for a while, you run it and all the crappy water comes out, all the brown water comes out until eventually all of that is cleared, all the rust is cleared, and all the shit that's been sitting in the tap is cleared, and then you've got clear water coming through again. And that's basically a way to think about things with poetry as well. If you haven't been writing for a while, just write, get all the crap out, clear the veins until something good comes through. And as I say, we don't have to like everything we write. Uh, Anytime. I've been in a similar situation with my novel writing for years. I really had to do a lot of work on being kinder to myself regarding pressure, and I'm only just making tentative progress. Nice. I love that. I'm glad that you're making progress. I know how long you've been working on that and struggling and fighting yourself. So I'm glad that you're going easy on yourself, Nikki. Personally, I always go to haikus if I can't write. This is a great point. I always use haikus as warm-ups because there is no pressure to come up with a haiku. They're just, well, maybe there's some pressure. I shouldn't say that. But a three-line poem isn't as daunting as a villanelle. If I said, okay, we're gonna write a villanelle. Haikus are great. They're cute little poems that hopefully for the most part aren't too daunting. And that's a really good point, I am Girth. Just start writing a few haikus just to get into the habit of writing. I felt the same since publishing retrospect. Maybe sometimes we need a break, go live a little and make some memories. Yes, and that is what this week has been for me. Go and live a little. I haven't done that for a long, long time. And there's a famous saying that artists need time to do nothing, and it's so, so true. And it's so, so true. That's very wise of you, Adam. That's not a sentence I hear too often. I don't know what I said, but I'm glad that it resonated. I keep starting poems but struggle to finish them. I have at least three I have started but never finished, or a few random lines or paragraphs but can't seem to slot them in anywhere. That's interesting. What do we think about that, poets? Gary Goyles? I keep starting poems but struggle to finish them. I have at least three I have started but never finished, or a few random lines or paragraphs but can't seem to slot them in anywhere. Is this shed? I didn't yawn for a whole week and now I'm in this shed. It's because I'm cozy. It's because I'm cozy and I'm comfortable with you guys and it's nice and it makes me sleepy. Um, Again, we don't have to love everything we write. We don't have to finish everything we start. Um, and it's weird coming from me, Dr. Pressure, but yeah, try and take the pressure off, I guess. Try and take the pressure off. It'll happen, or it won't happen, and that's okay. Maybe the muse has gone on holiday for a little while, but she'll be back. Hello, y'all. I wrote a lot of poems from daily journal entries. That is awesome, Ray, and welcome to the live stream. Hello. That's awesome. I've been writing a lot of random lines too, Mitch. No finished poems in over a month now. And that's okay, guys. That's okay. It will happen. It will happen. Sounds like I'm singing a song. Does it? No, probably not. Hold on to those lines. I've used lines I've held on to for nearly a decade. There it is. There it is. The Notes app is your friend. It is. Until you accidentally, I don't know what I hit, until you accidentally almost wipe the thing clean. Artists need stress-free times with nothing to do. They do. They really, really do. And it's transformative. You know, I've been saying for a while on my members' vlogs and my members' videos and streams and stuff, how I miss being the guy that just kind of sits and listens to the wind in the trees or just watches the grass. But I miss being that. I miss being the artist, right? I miss having the poet's eye. And I'm so glad that it seems to have come back this week. Um, yeah, it's just great. It's just really, really great. I have so many lines that I haven't been able to use for years, but my recent poem does have one of my random lines in them, so they are so handy to have around, even as a prompt. There it is. Never throw anything away. Again, if the muse has gone on holiday, let them go and enjoy themselves, and then when they come back, game on. Um, just hold on to things. Just hold on to things. Anyway, I hope we've helped answer questions and stuff. To be honest, the reason I'm having a hard time writing is because I haven't been doing so well mentally and have been distracting myself instead of doing things, and I've been anxious and insecure about my poetry. I'm thinking of getting into free writing more. To be honest, the reason I'm having a hard time writing is because I haven't been doing so well mentally and have been distracting myself instead of doing things, and I've been anxious and insecure about my poetry. Okay, so first of all, that's okay to be distracting yourself. If you're um if you haven't been doing so well, then it's okay to be distracting yourself from that. You know, we gotta look after ourselves. Um, so I would say don't be anxious about your poetry. I would say don't be insecure about your poetry, but I'd be a huge hypocrite if I said that. So I'll just say I totally get that. I totally get that. But don't be anxious about not writing because you need to look after yourself first and foremost. I would say try and think about how poetry can be less of a task and less of a chore and less something you have to do and more something and more as somebody said already about writing for fun, more as something that can help you with with what you might be struggling with and a way to just distract you from that. Make poetry writing one of your distractions, but not because you have to get to writing poetry, but because you want to, if that makes sense. Just think about that, if that makes sense. I have them all on my notes app and keep adding on to them. Hopefully one day they will find their way into a poem and out into the world somehow. And trust the process. This was a big thing for me at the convention and telling people to trust the process. In terms of that, Mitch. Trust that the poem will form, trust that you will help form it, and it will come to you 50-50 process. I'm very familiar with that. The best thing you can do for you and your work is to give yourself the grace to feel what you need to. Beautiful, yes, exactly. And once you're getting energy back, the words will flow. 100%. Hi all, sorry I'm late. Hello Chris, welcome back to the live stream. We live in this weird hustle productivity vacuum. Yes, we do. That hurts creativity. If you sprained an ankle, you wouldn't push on through the pain. You'd rest. If your mind is hurting, it needs rest. That's very, very good point, Nikki. That's perfect. I don't think I can top that. I think that's exactly right. As far as I'm concerned, you're a writer before the struggle. You'll still be a writer after. You guys are slaying right now. I just need to shut up and let you guys do your thing. I've always written my poetry straight out without interruption, then work on revisions afterwards. Remember, poets, write what you must, but don't stop. Revise later. Yes, it's always good to. It's always easier to edit than it is to tackle a blank page. But if you're having anxiety about finishing poems, then um, relax. It's all good. As Ian Gurf just said, you was a writer before the struggle, you'll be a writer after. And as Nikki said, if you had sprained an ankle as a runner, you wouldn't keep running. Just breathe. It's okay. There's a very famous quote, and I don't know what it is. It's on the tip of my tongue, but it's gone. It's not being friendly. Just breathe. I don't know what it is. Damn it. I wanted to be wise. She's been the driving force behind a massive push towards a healthier approach to writing for me. Oh, listen to I Am Girth. She's been the driving force behind a massive push towards a healthier approach to writing for me. That's great. And I love that you guys look out for each other. Uh, hello, Mayank Danek. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe it's a greeting. Maybe it's a curse word. I don't know. But hello anyway. We're going to take a 5-minute break in 4 minutes, and then we'll come back on the hour. There is so much great advice here. It's nothing. Oh, okay. Well, hello. There is so much great advice here, Jared. That's because we're lucky enough to have some really awesome people in our chat and in our poetry family. So I hope that we helped. I think it was a poet. I think it was a poet that brought it up. I hope we helped a poet. I hope that we didn't give you more to think about and more anxiety. Hopefully we soothed your anxiety a little bit, somewhat. If not, sorry. Right now we have 19 people watching, but only 15 likes. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. It really, really helps. If you're not subscribed, please hit subscribe, turn on notifications, do all of that stuff. It really, really helps. We're trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the year. I think we can do it. I actually think we can do it. But we need you to hit that subscribe. We need you to hit that like button. Up, I'll join end of the month back in. Oh, no worries, Darkside. That's all good. That's all good. Yes, if you'd like to really help the channel and become a channel member, I would absolutely love that. But don't feel like you have to. I know that prices. I noticed this today in the coffee shop. Prices are just crazy. So if you can't spare it, don't feel like you have to. A like and a subscribe means so much to me still. But if you can become a channel member, that would be awesome. Just hit that $sign in the chat box and become a channel member. You get like a credit, a video credit, and exclusive videos, bloopers. The last blooper we did, there was a few swear words, and I was in an awkward situation with my t-shirt. Let's just say that. Although that wasn't so much a blooper as a typical awkward Adam moment. You also get some really cool emojis as well. Some Gary Goyle emojis, which I just put in the chat. Okay, guys, let's take a 5-minute break now that I've given you all of that spiel. I hope that we helped a poet. I don't know what we're going to talk about for part 2. So put your thinking caps on it. Again, if you need any advice, if you've got any questions, anything at all, let me know. But let's take a 5-minute break. Let's top up on coffee and refreshments and stuff like that. And then return. Okay, we're back, I think. That 5 minutes seems to go so quickly. Let me know if you are back by throwing a crazy face in the chat or a Gary Go in the chat, just so I know that we're all met and we are all back from our quick midstream break. I'm going to quickly mute my mic because I need to open another can. Okay, cool. There we go. I don't think you guys would appreciate me blasting your ears off opening a can. Yup, Chris is back. Nice one, Chris. Chris is back. Sorry, I had to bounce for a call. Oh, you're good, Matt. No worries, no worries. What is that? That's like a cream turd, a pink turd. What is that, Delgo? Hang on, I need to close a look. Is that like a pink? Oh no, Iron Girth. I don't like that face. That face looks sad. Hi, Mayank. Good. Glad you're back. Um, can we get a happier face in the chat? I am Girth. Come on, let's go with this one. You said a crazy face. That's true. I definitely said that. But now I'm trying to figure out what that is. It's like a pink turd. Nightbot is back in the chat. Nightbot is back in the chat. I feel like we missed him. I feel like he's been on timeout long enough. I think we're ready to. Nikki, Nightbot, my sweet baby returns. Yes, I feel like he's been on timeout long enough. I feel like we've missed him. I wasn't expecting that. Yes, Nikki. uh, Jared is back. Nice, thank you. Oh my goodness, I am Garv is putting some of the craziest emojis in here. What is YouTube doing with these emojis? I kind of appreciate them though. It's kind of scary. Let's get that in there. There you go. All right. So that was a good first half actually. We had a bit of a story time. Um, I got my appreciation out for the PPCers. And I feel like we okay, this is why we put Nightbot on a timeout. This is exactly why you was on a timeout, Nightbot, because you're spamming the chat box. Okay, he's gonna have to go again. Jesus. Are you serious? Oh, are we gonna boot him out? Let's see if he's. Can I just time him out for like 5 minutes rather than kicking him off? Why do I have sympathy for a bot? We'll see how he gets on. We'll see how he gets on, but we may have to. This is exactly why he had 3 weeks off. Night, 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 bot. Night, 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 bot. Try and say that 3 times really fast. Okay, I feel like we parted some. Don't put my sweet baby Nightbot back in the cage. I'm sorry. Whoa, I'm sorry, Nikki. Please, please don't hurt me. Um. All right, cool. Yeah, I feel like we parted some good advice to a poet. So does anyone else? Does anyone else want any advice or have any burning questions or wants to express anything? Again, not politics or religion, and as long as it's respectful. Does anyone else want to throw anything in the chat? Let's Russian roulette this. Let's see what happens. I don't know why it would be Russian roulette, but let's just roulette wheel it. I guess I should have said. I've missed you guys. I have missed you guys. Last Sunday before leaving, I almost went back and was like, no, I have to go live. But it was important that I just chilled that night. But I did miss you guys. I have missed you. Hmm, some weird noise outside. Nikki, you will have to tell him to behave, or he can't come out and join us. Yes, Nikki, you have to soothe him. You have to put his Good boy collar on. Okay. Oh dear. Absolute madness. Have we spoken about favorite forms? I we probably did that last stream because I think the last stream we had was the importance of form. Did we talk about favorite forms? I feel like we probably did. I try, but Sweet Baby Nightbot is a bad boy wild child who has listened to too many Miley Cyrus records. There's just no controlling him now. He's just like, yeah, he's a wild child. There's no taming him. Did you say you did a workshop last week? How did that go? Last week? What did I do last week? I did two workshops last week. He can't be tamed. Oh, isn't that a Miley Cyrus song? He can't be tamed. I'm pretty sure that's a Miley Cyrus song from back in the day. Yes, I did two workshops last week. They went good. They went good. It's a classic. Nightbot is like just hiding in the shadows now, and then he'll just come out and be like blah 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 blah, and then just go back into the shadows. You know it. Oh, don't forget to hit that like button, poets. I don't know why that one. I realize we're talking about a bot right now, but I don't know why that one creeps me out the most. It's like, don't forget to hit that like button, poets. But actually, he's like super aggressive underneath the surface. Thank you for that heart. Thank you so much for those hearts coming in. I love you guys. Thank you. I see you. I see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nightbot definitely messing with us. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, did we talk about we are all just pawns in Nightbot's game? I wouldn't even be surprised if it was on the news that Nightbot had somehow taken over the world. My best friend recently told me in extensive detail about the abuse she endured as a child. My hurt for her led to a poem. I'm trying to determine how to tell her about it. Any advice? I will let Nikki explain what the story is with Nightbot. That's kind of mean because I've got a voice and I could do it so easily. But I'm gonna make Nikki type it out because that's just the kind of guy I am. uh, Nikki has Nikki has a running thing with Nightbot. Okay, back to Jared. That's tough. Okay. Any advice on how to tell your friend you wrote a poem? Um, oh, that's a tough one because it could go one of two ways. It could go one of two ways. How close are you with this friend, Jared? How close are you? I'm assuming probably very close if you've had that discussion. I'm not sure who Oscar the Grouch is. I'm gonna have to look that up. What is the whole story with think next ride along we need to do one about Nightbot. I think that's a very good idea. In fact, that's next week, I believe. Actually, I think Sunday's the 1st, so we won't do the ride along on Sunday the 1st. We'll do it the week after. The running chains of clouds. to the west, with winds and rest, with the sun to set. That's nice. That's a haiku? Is that a haiku? Oh, the running chains of clouds to the west, with winds and rests, with the sun to set. That's nice. And a nice rhyme scheme as well. I heard Nightbot is buying Twitter. I would not be surprised at this point. I'd leave it as a private piece, honestly. Abuse is so personal, so private. It's a really delicate situation. I think the first question might be whether to tell her, will she appreciate it? We've known each other since childhood. Yes, it's haiku. What does timeout mean in this case? Like if you're putting someone on a naughty step, if you timeout, so people can't put anything in the chat for 5 minutes. That's a timeout. So a bit like as a kid, if you was given the naughty step, you had to go and sit on the step and not talk to anyone for 5 minutes. Yeah, so I half agree with Nikki there. Um, that's a super personal piece to someone, and that's a super personal thing for someone. Um, and they may not necessarily appreciate a poem about it. Um, so I would probably keep it to yourself personally, but I don't know the relationship you have with this friend, and I don't know how recently they told you about this. Um, if they told you a while ago, then it might be more approachable. But if they've only just told you about it and then you've written a poem about it, personally, I would say maybe keep that to yourself for now. When Nightbot first joined the live streams, I love this. He put me on a timeout for using cap locks. Since then, we have had a hate to love story going on, and it's beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing. Letting them know you've written it is one thing, reading it to them is something different. And if you feel you can't do one without the other, then say keep it private. Thing is, just because it has been divulged to you doesn't mean she would want it to be public. A public poetry piece. Yeah, that would be my advice on that. I have a friend who lost her father and I wrote a poem about it. I still haven't told her about it. Right. Oh, we just got a new subscriber. Nice. Round of applause in the chat for whoever just subscribed. Thank you very much. Right. It's delicate. It's delicate. It's a delicate thing. I've never told anyone of all the abuse I've suffered, but sometimes I mention things in poems. If you think you are close enough, I'd just ask and I'd say how it touched me and I wrote a poem about it. And I could keep it private if you'd like. Yeah, it's delicate. It comes down to I don't know the relationship you have with this person. I know you said you've known each other for since childhood and stuff. I started writing, but yeah, that would be my advice. That'd be my advice for now. I started writing a short story around my experience finding out about the abuse a loved one experienced and my difficulties coming to terms with the change in the family dynamic when it came out. I started writing a short story around my experience finding out about the abuse a loved one experienced and my difficulties coming to terms with the change in the family dynamic when it came out. The person knows I write to process my experiences, but not that I have written this. I wouldn't present the work to them and probably wouldn't publish it. Gillian and Sarah are being awesome on WhatsApp right now, making me laugh. But yeah, sorry, I shouldn't. Sorry, this is very serious. But that would be that's my advice. And of course, you can say, well, I disagree, but that would be my advice. If it's been like, I don't know, if it's been like 5 years since they told you, then maybe there'd be more wiggle room with it to say, hey, I hope you don't mind, blah 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 blah. But if they told you literally, I would say even like a month ago, I would say it's probably a bit too soon to be say, hey, you told me this and I've written a poem about it. But that's just my personal opinion. I wrote several poems about my aunt dying, posted them on a website. My uncle found them and asked me to print and frame for him. I was lucky he was really understanding. Sure, sure. And I think that might be slightly different, just ever so slightly. Um, because that's more of a remembrance thing and a in memoriam thing. Um, and I'm glad that he found them and that he got to keep hard copies of them. But I do think that's slightly different. I think it's valid in its existence if it helped you to process it. But the important thing to note is that they're your words, not your friends, and that could be important to them. This is a good point as well. This is a good point. Come with me and you'll be. I was singing that all day today. It's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, if you didn't know. I really appreciate the advice, guys. I must admit that there is apprehension in me, so I will keep the poem private. And I think that's probably I think gut instinct is a very real thing, survival instinct. Uh, I think that's probably the resistance you have is probably something to listen to. If you was absolutely 110% sure, then I'd say you probably know your relationship well enough to know that it will be received well. But the fact that you've got a little bit of resistance in you and are a bit apprehensive about it, I would say for now, just keep it to yourself. And who knows in the future, uh, the time might be right to share it. Keep it. Who knows? It may help them or someone else further down the line. Yeah, exactly. And that ties back to what we were talking about before. Like, just keep hold of everything. In a world of imagination. It does sound new enough to keep private for now. Right. Will you be buying the new? Oh my goodness, Nikki, when I saw that on your story, will you be buying the new Tolkien collection? So there is Tolkien poetry. £60 for 3 volumes. That sounds like a lot, but it being Tolkien, I could be convinced to spend £60 on poetry. Uh depending on how edited it is. If it says Tolkien poetry but is actually Christopher Tolkien or um I think it's Christopher's son doing it now, isn't it? If it's not actually Tolkien's poetry, then probably not. Depends how legit, if you understand me. I really hope your friend is doing okay, Jared. Yes, yes, and we sort of got caught up in the advice, but yeah, I hope your friend's okay, Jared. Sorry to change the subject. The chap books you're all going to do. Will they be on sale, or is it going to be one big chap book? Both. Well, probably both. So the idea is for everyone taking part to walk away with their own chapbook. Whether they want to sell them or just keep them to themselves, that's up to each individual poet. But I really need to have like a quick meeting with Herb and figure out, as I say, it's his brainchild and figure out what he wants to do. But there will be a Poetry Cove chapbook with a poem by everyone or two poems, however it works out, that will be available. So a bit of both, I guess. And it's unpublished work. I'm so excited to read it. I believe it's his works collated by the estate. I still vote for a Poetry Cove anthology. Yes. Yes, well, there will be a Poetry Cove chapbook. I don't think we'll sell them. I don't think that's right to do. But we'll put it up on the website for people to download, I guess. Again, I really need to. I should probably message Herb. It's a shame he's not here right now because it's sort of his brainchild. So I want to see what he wants to do with it all. Ooh, great idea. Especially for site upkeep funds. Yes, yeah. And thank you. Okay, good. Oh, I've got that song in my head again now. Pure Imagination. I think that's what it's called. Pure Imagination. Da, 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 da. Every one of you praying something like a random. That's what I thought. Got to help the Cove bills. Yes. Yes. Indeed. Indeed. Can you? I don't know. My phone is popping off right now. Sarah, Gillian, and I are called the Three Aminos. Just going back to the week quickly. It was funny how all of the speakers, without knowing, kind of touched on similar topics. Uh, Fungi being one of them. I spoke briefly about fungal matter. Um, and Sarah is kind of working with like microbes and biodomes and stuff at the moment. So we're called the Three Aminos. I'm slightly obsessed with Gillian's feed. Her work is stunning. Yes, please tell her that as well because she's so amazing. She really looked after me. The three fungis. I'll put that to them as well. The three fungis. Yes, please go on both Sarah and Julian's feed and just put the three aminos, or just put something like summoning the three aminos. I don't know, something fun, but include the three aminos and let them know I sent you. Okay, Nightbot is going off on one again. Sweet baby Nightbot. It's okay. We all love you. We haven't forgotten about you in the corner, Nightbot. Just calm yourself down a little bit. Just bring it down a peg. If you haven't already, do listen to Nightbot. As much as we're shaming him, do listen to him. Hit that like button if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're watching playback, um, please hit that like button as well. And don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications. And leave a comment as well. I know the last live stream, a couple of folks were leaving comments and it's great. So please do. I know that Yoda has taken some of our streaming topics over to the Poetry Cove as well in poetry discussion, so go and check that out as well. Could I ask what Nightbot's purpose is? Nightbot's purpose is to do all the things that I forget to do, like encourage you to hit that like button, consider taking out a channel membership. And I've got it set up so it should be like spaced out evenly, but no matter how much I tinker with it and move bits around and the timing, he just does it at the same time all the time, no matter what I do. So that's the running joke, I guess. But yeah, his purpose is just to do all the boring stuff that I always forget to do. Ooh, shall we be the fungals? The fungals. The fungals. It's like an indie rock band. Fungals. I'm gonna go on their profiles after this and see how many of you just uh dropped three aminos in their posts. That is a great band name, actually. Yeah, the Fungals. I can see it now. I can see the fashion now. The outfits. I like the Fungals. Reminds me of something spawned from 80s kids cartoons. Yeah, yeah. The Fungals. Remember we're the Fungals. Is that even the lyrics? Remember we're the Wombats. No, that's not even. I just showed myself up there. Or are they the lyrics or not? I don't remember we're the Wombats. I don't know. Wombles, Adam, Wombles. I got there. I got there. I corrected myself just before your chat came through, so I'm okay. Remember you're a Womble. That's it. Remember you're a Womble. Oh man, I can't wait to catch up on this group chat. Video killed the poetry star by the Fungals. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Video killed the poetry star by the Fungals. I love that. Remember Ember Ember, what a womble 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 you are. Oh, I only know that remember you're a womble. I don't think I ever watched it. That's actually really good. The Fungals could be a band. Video killed the poetry star by the Fungals. I can hear that. I can hear that being announced on radio. Am I the only one who thinks fungal infection whenever you say that? Sorry. Um, I mean, I can see why. I'm not surprised. Yeah. So if you didn't know a poet, I have a chapbook that came out. I don't know when it came out. I think it came out in April. It was called Fungal Matter. About my mental health and stuff. That is a great name for the debut album. Yes. It is, isn't it? Well done, Jeff. Jeff's been Jeff's been quiet this stream, but then just comes in and drops the mic like boom, have some of that, and then just walks out. And I love that his profile picture is like wearing cool shades as well. It's like, you're welcome, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Dum bum dum bum dum 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 dum. That's some. Is that Sister Act? Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. I think that's Sister Act, right? Oh, I missed Hearts. Sorry, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, Sister Act. Yeah. Oh, I want to watch that film now. I never caught the musical. I wonder if that's still showing. I don't think it is. I don't think it definitely not on the. It might be touring. Dun, 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 dun. I'm adding that to the list. Yes. Ding, 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 ding. Dun, 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 dun. I love that these streams are called Conversing with Poets, and then I just end up going off talking about Sister Act and fungi. Thank you for putting up with me. I appreciate it. But we've had a good stream. We've had a really good talk about two different discussions giving advice centered around poetry. So we've done good tonight. We haven't completely gone off track like sometimes we do. That sounded like something the Temptations did. Ball of Confusion. Oh, it might have been. Because Sister Act has got like music from all over, right? It's not like original music, as far as I know. It's still showing, but Nessa isn't in it anymore. Oh, it is? She's back filming Gavin and Stacey. Oh, that's not with what's his face, is it? It's James Corden. No, because he doesn't talk to Matt Horn anymore, so I doubt he's in it. I'm contemplating what to say at a meeting I have in an hour with the people I host an open mic with. There has been drama. Ah, okay, fair enough. I feel you. I hate those talks. Yeah, yeah. I think I might actually need one of those next week too. It was Ball of Confusion. It was Ball of Confusion. Well done, Daryl Dazzle. Yeah, James Corden. They patched things up. Oh, really? Really? I mean, I'm sorry if you like him. I'm sorry. I'm not saying anything else. Just in case. That was very unprofessional of me. Okay, Sister Act. Ding 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 ding. It's stuck in my head now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, Nightbot. Go away. Go away. I'm turning him off, or at least I'm turning him down. All right. Let's uh, disable this one. So we should only have two. Okay, we'll keep it at that for now. One of the co-hosts is uptight that he isn't getting the same recognition from the audience and features that me and one of the other hosts get. I don't know what I can say. One of the co-hosts is uptight that he isn't getting the same recognition from the audience and features that me and one of the other hosts get. I don't know what I can say. Um, as in, like, isn't getting as good of a reaction and an applause. I don't know what I don't know what can be done about that. Thank you for them hearts. Thank you for them hearts. I don't know what can be done. What can you say about that? I mean, if there's like bullying, I don't know. If there's like bullying going on, then maybe there's something you can do to sort of encourage people to be more open. But if it's just a case of people just aren't resonating as much with their work uh, as they are with yours, then I don't know what can be done about that. That seems more like a problem that he has rather than the open mics. Bruised egos are tough to navigate, yeah. That is tricky, Jeff. It's difficult. The audience decide what they like, and that's completely out of your control. But exactly, it is his problem, but how do I say that without hurting his ego more? I mean, okay, let's throw it out there to the Gary girls because you guys are awesome and have been dropping killer advice tonight. Um, I don't get that. So, I don't know, maybe I'm misunderstanding. Maybe he just wants is he like throwing his toys out of his pram or does he just need a an arm around the shoulder? If he's throwing his toys out of the pram, then I don't know how I can help you with that. If he's just a bit, insecure and needs an arm around the shoulder, then I guess we all need that at times. I needed that this week. Um, and thankfully I got that from Gillian and Sarah and everyone that was in attendance, really. But if he's throwing his toys out of the pram, I I don't know how I can help you with that because I don't know. I wouldn't expect someone to if it was me, I wouldn't expect someone to expect me to solve that issue. I don't know, that's tough. From a managerial point of view, if it is being kept even and fair, then there's not much more you can do. As harsh as it sounds, if he wants better, he must do better. Yeah, exactly. As long as there's not like any harsh sort of outcasting going on, and as Nikki said, it's all being fair, then there's not really much that can be done. Like the audience will post on social media after the open mic thanking me and Anna, but not him, and he's hurt about it. He just isn't making connections with people. Okay, okay, I can kind of understand that then if it's lesser an applause thing and people thanking two people but not the third, I can kind of understand that. I can kind of understand that. I'll be honest with you guys. I won't like. I'll be honest. I can understand that if he's putting in hard work and not getting the sort of um recognition for working. So if that's what it is, I can kind of get that. I can kind of understand that. If it's less of a talent thing and more of a um organizer organizer thing, if he just isn't making connections with people. Does he? I mean, if he has social anxiety, I can kind of understand if he doesn't want to work the room, but that's a big part of it, right? It's something I try to do, but I also am not the best at it either. After open mics, going around and thanking everybody, that's a tough situation. I can see why you're stuck. Yeah, that might be a nice thing to do, Nikki. Just going the extra inch at the next night to really get his name in front of people and remind people that he's also part of this and helping organize things. Because at first, when you first said it, I thought, oh, maybe he's just angry because he's not getting as big of an applause. But I can understand if he's a bit upset that he's not being recognized as one of the organizers. I would probably be upset too. Does he have a front of house role? I think all you can really say is that's out of your control. Oh, don't return emotion with more emotion. Just be frank in that it's out of your control. But if he's feeling insecure, then there's support. Yeah, we do mention him and tag him in all the marketing. Connecting with people is a gift. Some people have, some don't. Then it sounds like you are making reasonable efforts to keep it fair. You can't control the action of others, but let him feel heard and appreciated by you guys in this meeting. Yeah, that might be a nice thing to do if you feel comfortable doing that, Jeff. The post that you are tagged in, just cheekily tag this other guy and say, "Don't forget him," or "Thanks to so and so for their hard work." Also, yeah, I think a nice arm around the shoulder is probably needed on this. At first, I was like, "Whoa, whoa, what?" But now I'm kind of feeling for the guy. I get it, but I don't know what I can do. He gets talked about as much as we do in all the flyers and in the introductions before the shows. Does he work the room, Jeff, before and after shows? I know you said he doesn't connect with people. Does he try? Because he might be misunderstood. People might think if he's suffering from social anxiety. Hi, Doom Guy. Welcome to the stream. Jeff, if he's suffering from social anxiety, he might not want to go around and speak to people. Um, and people might mistake that for him having an ego and not wanting to talk to them. So maybe he doesn't have a front of house role. He is in the control room while we are in the studio. Okay, so he's like a techie. He's like techie. He does all the sound stuff, I guess. So I can see why he wouldn't. It's difficult. I can see why people would um forget that he's back there, and I can see why he would be upset that he's not being recognized in his role. I mean, techies are hugely important, so It's interesting. Then maybe give him a shout out if he isn't visible. He's kind of invisible. I can understand his viewpoint and yours. Yeah, for sure. Do you, at the end of your night, Jeff, do you say, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you. Did you say Sandra? Thank you, co-host, for being here, and also thank you for working the back room. I will do that. I thought about it, but was afraid of drawing too much attention to them missing him in the post. I think that would be a good start. I think that would be a good start to just say thank you for thank you for your thank you for your message. Thank you for your shout out. I would also like to thank tag this person for their hard work in the control room. Just to make the point. I think that would be the right thing to do. I think that would be the right thing to do. I can see both point of views. Hey, Jillian! Jillian is here, everyone. This is the famous Jillian I've been telling you all about. Everyone just swarm Jillian with some love, please. Send a lot of Gary Gore love in the chat for Jillian, like that, or just hearts. And thank her for looking after me this week. I will do that. I thought about it, was afraid of. No, I think that's a good start. And give him a shout out at the end of the evening. I'm sure you do, but just point to the control room and thank you for their hard work. And even at the end of the night, again, if they're suffering from social anxiety, work the room with them. Walk around the room and thank everyone for coming and make sure they're by your side. And I think that's the best you can do. At the end of the day, you can't hold a gun to people's head and be like, please you can't do that. But maybe there's a few steps to try before throwing in the towel. I don't know. Crediting his hard work is a good start. People don't know unless it's pointed out to them. Yeah, this is so true. And sounds like his feelings have been unintentionally hurt. Yeah. Thank you for looking after our Adam, Gillian. Your work is stunning and I am in love. Yes, it's the most beautiful thing, guys. And again, I've said it throughout the stream. Please go and check out Gillian's Instagram. Literally, my first live stream attendance here. You converted me. Yes, welcome. Welcome to the family, Gillian. We have fully adopted him now. Hello, Gillian. Thumbs up to you. Let's give an extra special thank you to his name and point to where he is. Yeah, that's a good point, Ray. I'm trying to get a volunteer from the studio to do the camera switching, which is what he does. Okay, got you. Hearing his experience has been so wonderful to hear. Yeah, and Julian was massively part of that. I'm enjoying the latest Poetry Cove magazine. Oh, you are, Doom Guy? That's great. I'm so glad to hear. It was it's very good. Thank you. I'm glad you feel that way. It was stressful because it was published whilst I was away, so I had to not only did I have to prepare for my week away, but I also had to get the magazine in together and ready and sorted. So good poetry in it. Yes, it is. Yeah, for sure. Thank you. We probably all need it sometimes. Absolutely. Wow. That's really colorful. I love it. I feel like we've had a good stream tonight, guys. We've had a good stream. That's three pieces of advice we've given out tonight. Number one. That's three pieces of advice we've given out tonight. Well done, guys. You guys rocking it. And again, if you're watching playback and not live, you can still leave a comment down below. Um, I'm sure people will come back and check. I certainly will. So if you've got any advice to give on the topics we've had tonight, please leave them in a comment down below. Wow, look at all these hearts coming in. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I regularly shout him out during the show, but I'll try harder to get him involved. Okay. I mean, if you're regularly shouting him out, I mean, you're already doing a lot, but maybe just walk around the room with him and again, tag him in posts. Um, Unfortunately, being in the control room unfortunately, that is the nature of the job. Certainly in theatre, you know, at the end of the night, you always applaud the techies, you applaud the orchestra, but unfortunately, at the end of the day, it's not them that gets tagged on social media. So it's unfortunate. But I think hopefully we've given you some good um, bits of advice tonight, Jeff, that you can try. And if it doesn't change, then you've exhausted all options. It doesn't cost anything, and it might avoid any nastiness that's brewing. Right, right. And the last thing you want is him thinking that you guys don't care as organizers. You know, and I know, Jeff, I know you're a great guy. I know that's not the case, but yeah, I can understand why the guy feels a bit left out. So hopefully we've given you some things to try, and after that, then I guess you've exhausted all options. All right, guys, we got about 10 minutes left. We got about 10 minutes left, so feel free to ask any questions in chat, share any poems, any haikus that you might have. Feel free to write a haiku about tonight's stream. I don't know. But we do have about 10 minutes left. Oh my gosh, I love all the colors of these hearts coming in. It really brightens up my chat box. It's like the drummer. Nobody remembers the name of the drummer. They remember the singer and the guitarist. It sucks not to be the face of the show, but someone needs to. This is true. This is true. This was a great stream. Until next time to you all. Thank you, Jared. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. I hope we helped. I feel like we did. But thank you for stopping by and being part of the stream. Which submissions from the latest? Ah, ah, I don't know why I try and scroll on this chat box and it just shakes about. Which submissions from the latest magazine issue especially interested you? Um, I really liked, so the one that we featured, I really liked the one that we featured, the hospital. I mean, I like them all, that's why I published them, right? But the one that really spoke to me at the minute, mortality is something that really grabs my attention. It's something I'm thinking about a lot. But the hospital one, um, was it Sandeep Kumar? I think the poet was. It's on the website. If you go to thepoetrycove.com/magazine and scroll down to featured poem, you'll see it. And I need to post it on the Instagram as well. Has he actually said to Jeff what he wants you to do? You can't do much if he hasn't. This is true. This is true. But easier said than done for some people, for sure. I feel like we've given you some nice topics that you can say that you'll try out for his benefit. And he can't ask more than that, for more than that. He hasn't said maybe tonight he will, hopefully. Hopefully it goes well, Jeff. Yeah, we'll all be thinking of you. We'll all be thinking of you. None of us enjoy uh, meetings like that. Sounds like this meeting will be a chance to listen and then figure out a plan moving forward. Yeah, yeah. That's a good point, Nikki, about the word listen. And I'm not saying that you don't at all, Jeff. I know you're a great guy. I'm sure you do. But it seems like this guy really just wants to be heard. At least, oh, Nelly, calm down, Adam. Um, at least that's what I'm getting from this. And I'm not in the situation, so I don't know for sure. But seems like he really wants to just be heard and recognized. Of course, if he's also socially anxious and a bit shy, and he doesn't say what he wants, it can be frustrating. I understand. But I can see where he's coming from. So I feel like you've got some good things to say. Look, we'll try doing this, but at the end of the day, you can't force it. It's not, it's out of your hands. It's out of your control. All right, guys. I think we'll wrap it up there. I think that's a good place to stop, rather than starting a whole other conversation. Um, Rather than starting a whole other conversation for just 6 minutes, it's a good place to stop. So thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. There may be, but there probably won't be a video on Tuesday just because I've been away for a whole week. I'm still readjusting. So there probably won't be a video on Tuesday. But the week after, we'll be back to normal. We'll get some videos going every Tuesday. Um, yeah. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. Thank you for being part of a really great stream. Hopefully, we've given people some good advice. And until next week, guys, happy writing.